welcome to my channel. So if you're new around here, then my name is Lorien. Sorry for any noise in the background. I have a 9-month-old with me here because he just sort of goes everywhere with me. I have 6 children, which are from 9 months up to 12 years old. I have 4 boys, I have 2 girls. And if you would like to keep up with me and my family, then please do subscribe and let's stick around to see more of my videos. I do lots of sorts of videos. I could do food hauls, clothing hauls, shopping hauls. I do meals of the week, I share recipes, vlogs, things like that. So I do lots and lots of different sorts of videos and I would just love to have you stick around here. I love to hear from you all. I have lots and lots of very familiar faces, which is just so lovely. Okay, so I thought I'm going to share with you 2025 goals. I don't really set myself goals, but at the beginning of the year, there's always things I'm sort of like hoping will happen for us in the year. So as you know, we are obviously a very large family. So I think one of the big goals this year for me and my family is to move house. That has got to be #1 goal. We were moving last year. We've outgrown our home. It is a 3-bedroom house. So if you think you can't have children, like 6 children in 3-bedroom, you can. But it's a lot. We are at bursting point. Just all of us really. We're just feeling it and we need to get out. We had our house on the market last year and we sold and we purchased. Sorry, I'm gonna put my phone on silent. We were so near to the end of the sale. It was literally like a week from being completed and it fell through. It cost us £1,100. More than that really, because now like solicitors' fees have gone up. Our buyer got made redundant and he had to drop out of the sale. So our house is going on the market and we are on the lookout for a home which we can renovate. We want to do a house up, we want to make it pretty and we want to move on. And I think we're going to try and do that quickly to sort of like upgrade as quickly as we can. My husband's very handy, he's a joiner and he can just sort of do anything really. We'll probably have to get like a plasterer and possibly a plumber. He can do it, but not like professionally. It will be exciting. So yeah, our home won't be long term. We are looking for at least a 4-bedroom house with potential for bigger. I mean, Curtis says if we get one that can go in the loft, he can easily do that, make it bigger. Normal extensions are really expensive because we wouldn't be wanting to stay there long term. That's not something we'll be looking at doing. So we might go into the loft, but we're not going to extend further footprint wise. So yeah, at least a 4-bedroom, which we would probably do me and Curtis and Hero, Horatio and Rue, Cosmo on his own and then the girls together. I do always think if it ever came to the point where we didn't have enough bedrooms, I would always give up my bedroom for the children. Like if we were going to stay here, then I would give up my bedroom. And I do sort of think like maybe when we move, me and Curtis could just have a sofa bed, give a bedroom to the children, because it's going to be very short term as I've said, and it's going to be like just doing it up and moving on as quickly as we possibly can. So I actually would be open to that idea, just to give them a bit more space. But we will see. Hopefully we'll be moving again like in the next year or 2, which it's a horrible and long process, but it is what it is. That's what we need to do to sort of work up to the sort of home that we would love. Also, if we hadn't moved before, I'm gonna say like 9 months, I definitely would look at renting somewhere because we just need that for all of us. We just need the space, so I would look at renting somewhere bigger. But for us to rent somewhere that would be the right size for us, it's like £1,700. It's a lot of money, so that's like plan B. So some more big changes is Flossie is having a taste today in a nursery. I feel like I'm gonna cry. I need to do like a whole another video on just being a mother and what my thoughts and feelings on it. She is 4 on the 20th of January. I'm not sure when I'll post this video. Today is maybe the 13th. I've just had her with me all the time. The boys all went to nursery. So Cosmo went the 2 terms after his 3rd birthday. He started a little bit later. Horatio I paid for a little bit, because if you live in the UK, you get it free for 15 hours a week after their 3rd birthday. Everybody gets that. Rue went from term after his 3rd birthday and it was very beneficial for Rue. He did really well and it was a nursery where they do a lot of learning and things as well, and he just learned so much, which he needed to. He couldn't speak properly when he started nursery, and once he'd done nursery, he could read, he could write basic, and he could spell his name, things like that, and he really progressed. His speech came along and they were just so pleased with it because they were looking into speech therapy, and then it just all came along really suddenly, so it was really beneficial for him. But Flossie, she is very ahead, very confident, very bright, very big for her age too. She's just really forward. Like everyone that sees her never believes she's 3 because she's so big. She looks like she's nearly the same size as Rue, and he's a big 5-year-old, and she is 3. She's nearly 4, but all this time she's been big, she's been 3, and she's just not needed it. I feel like the more children I've had, the more I've just loved being around them. I have just felt like I didn't want her to go to nursery. I just realised, like, why did I send them? I love them being with me. But it's now got to the point where, obviously, hello darling, I have a lot of children. And I'm feeling like, is Lilac not getting as much attention because Flossie's here all the time, and obviously Flossie's like a very bold, opinionated, very kind, but like she's got strong views and opinions. And does that mean that Lilac's getting pushed aside a little bit? It'd be nice to spend a bit of time with Lilac because obviously like Hero's just started napping. Just free up a bit of time. Everywhere we go, especially like on school run to the boys' school, she will make friends with everybody. She plays with all the girls there. She just gets on so well with everyone. I have wondered if I'm holding her back for my selfish reasons, and I feel like possibly, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong that she's been with me for so long. She will only be going to nursery for 9 months before she starts school, and again, I'm so torn on the school and homeschooling front, but I have decided that I am not in the position to homeschool. I would absolutely love to, but my home is just not big enough for it. So I've just sort of had to come to terms with the fact that's not going to happen, and it breaks my heart, but at the moment it's not going to happen. Perhaps in 5 years time, if we have a bigger house and I have more space for it, then I will do it, but at the moment it's just not going to work. We only have like a front room diner downstairs. Not only, we've got a kitchen and a back room, but we don't have like a separate dining room. It's not going to work. It would be silly of me to even try. So yeah, I thought, seeing as she is going to school, I think I was wondering if she was going to, but now she is. Nursery might be the best option for her. So she has got a taste today on Thursday. See if she likes it or not. If she doesn't have to go. She can be here with me. If she does, I know she's going to love it. Then yeah, it was just like a new step for Flossie, and it just makes me really sad. Like, obviously your children all mean the world to you, but I think she's just like my little girl. She's my first daughter, and I had my 3 boys, and obviously I was longing for a little girl, and I got Flossie, and she's absolutely perfect in every single way, and I just absolutely adore being around her. And the thought that my baby girl is nearly 4, nursery, school, like, it's crazy. It breaks my heart, but I'm trying to find out what the best thing for her is. So this is the next step to trying to find that out. More plans for 2025. We are looking at getting a new car. Nothing wrong with our car. It's 8 seats, but I would just like one that's just got more space. I really do recommend our car. It's a Hyundai i800. It's like a good price for an 8-seater. It's got a really good boot space, lots of room. We've had quite a good look at the Ford Transit Customs. Curtis has one for a van, but yeah, this would be a car. You can get them in 8 or 9 seats. So I just think for us, we think that is like going to be a good step for us to just get a new car. Nothing wrong with ours, but again, like, it's done over 100,000 miles, not as new as it was when we bought it, obviously. So it's just sort of nice to upgrade it a bit, and as we can afford to do that, then that is like a luxury that I think would be nice for our family. Another thing is me trying to plan more. I need to plan and write things down. I'm going to get a journal, what would it be called, a planner? I want to get a nice planner. Does anybody know a nice planner that I can write like my plans for each day, goals for the week maybe, just short term, because I have so much things to do. I need to plan more. I need to sort of like plan my weeks out better, my meals, things I can do, things I should do. I would like to take the girls out a little bit more. I think we stay at home quite a bit. I mean, we do a lot on the weekends, but I think like in the week I should take them out to the park more often, things like that. At the moment it's absolutely freezing. I mean, it's -17 when my mum lives in Denver, but here in the UK it's like -1 and it's killing me. It's probably like a different sort of cold though, isn't it? I know things are always like that. But yeah, I need to be more organised. I need to plan better. So if anybody knows of any good planners, please send some links, because I really need a planner. Also going to try and not put as much pressure on myself. I think as a mother, I really pressure myself to be the best I can be for my children. So like, not sending Flossie to nursery was something that I thought was doing the best thing for her. Being with her sister, being with her mum, being with her baby brother, not pushing her out, having her here, loving her. But it's a lot of pressure because I have to sort of put pressure on myself in other areas to be able to do just something as simple as that. I wanted to homeschool, but I have taken that pressure off myself now and realised it's not going to happen right now. It's something I'm really open to in the future, but at the moment it's not going to work in this house, so I need to move house and take that first step and then like look at my options again. So yeah, again, with that, I'm not putting as much pressure on myself. I'm not putting pressure on myself with trying to do everything I can to goals that aren't realistic. So I have a lot going on in my life at the moment. Another thing I find I put a lot of pressure on myself with is making birthday cakes. Now, I don't want to say it is something I don't love. I absolutely love it. So you will see, if you know me, you'll know I always make my children's birthday cakes. If you've seen my videos, you'll see I share lots of tutorials on different children's birthday cakes, and I really love it. I'm quite good at doing cakes, not as good as my mum, but I'm quite good at making cakes, baking, cooking, things like that. And I adore making their birthday cakes. I've made some really good ones in the past, but this year I've told myself it's too much. I can't do it this year. Horatio's birthday Saturday, Flossie's is Monday, and with the baby, with everything going on, selling the house, because we might get a viewing and then I'll be trying to make cake and it's very messy, time consuming. I don't want to rush it. I'm not doing it this year. And I find that difficult myself because that means I'm admitting to myself that I can't do that. I could, but it'd be pushing myself to the edge, and then I've got to admit to myself like I'm not capable of doing that right now. And I find that difficult because I think my children love it. They tell me what they like and I make it, and I've let them down, but I haven't let them down. They're going to choose a cake and they're actually really excited about that. So I have to, again, realise, like, get the pressure off myself and realise, like, I don't have to do that. I expect too much of myself. I am going to try and be more positive. So I have a separate video I'm going to make about being positive and how I am so positive, because I think I am really, I'm going to say the word again, positive. I'm just really like, if something bad happens, I think it was meant to be. And I'm going to do a video on how I'm so positive about that, because I think it's a good trait of mine. I am quite good with that. I don't need to be more positive, but I'm definitely going to always have that goal of mine to make sure I'm continuing to work on that, because it does me good to be positive like that and to have those sort of like thoughts in my head. So that's just like a sort of goal that will forever stay with me. Another thing is to realise when friendships aren't going to work and let them go. I have two sisters and I love them to pieces. If you have sisters, I don't know if it's going to be like me. I think a lot of people have it. It's difficult, sister relationships. It's different to brother relationships. I don't fall out with my brothers. I speak to them a lot and I don't fall out with them. We get on. Sisters is just different. You just clash sometimes. And one of my sisters, they're both younger than me. So I'm 31, one of them is, I think she's 26 and the other one's 22. And I get on very well with the 22-year-old. I just don't get on very well with my 26-year-old sister. We have always clashed. As little girls we were fine, then as we started to get older, it just didn't work. It leads you to think, is it me? And I'm not blaming her because I don't want to come on and just like slag her off, but this issue is carried through with other members of the family, so I know it can't just be me. It breaks my heart, but the relationship doesn't work, so I just sort of have to take a step back. I feel like it's affecting my mental health and it's not a nice relationship, and something will go wrong like every month, and then you don't speak for a month, and then it's okay for a month, and then you don't speak for a month, and that just drives me crazy. Like it's on off, and the children be like, oh, is auntie coming round? I'm like, oh no, we're not talking at the moment. And the reason why is just always ridiculous. So coming to the terms of the fact that that is not going to work is difficult, and it means that temporarily I've had to stop speaking to my other sister, because they argue like cat and dog, but they always go back to each other. And maybe it's because you're younger than me, I always get left out. And I get on really well with our youngest sister. She will always leave me for the other because she feels sorry for her. And she doesn't feel sorry for me because like she's a bit more like, I'm not going to say lonely, but yeah. Her lifestyle is different to mine. So she thinks that she can't leave her. I have to be left. So I find like I'm constantly like being put behind because she's got more loyalties to someone, because of the way they've made their life. Relationships like this, I'm just going to step back from. I'm going to remove myself until like I think maybe they're at a point where it can work. If not, I'm not going to do it because it's just not good for my mental health. It affects me a lot. And I would also love to have a family holiday. I am applying for Heroes Passport at the moment. Even if we don't go abroad, I would just love to go somewhere as a family. We love to go away. So we went to Wales last year for Curtis's 30th birthday. We went to France the year before for mine. That was before Hero was born. We went to America as well, which was obviously incredible. My mum lives in America, my stepdad and my little brother, and we went to go and stay with them. We went to Scotland with my brother in November, and that was so lovely. So we were thinking of perhaps going somewhere again with my brother. We'll see, but yeah, that would be really lovely. So I think just going away as a family together would be something I would love to do. So I think for my 2025 goals, that's everything really. I have so many more videos like that I would like to do, that I'm gonna do. If you do go on TikTok as well, I have started up a TikTok, which I'm being a bit more active on, and I have Instagram too, so if you have all of those, then please do follow me. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was interesting. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I think soon I'm gonna do a Q&A on YouTube. But I usually leave my questions on Instagram, so I'll pop it on my Instagram soon. So if you have Instagram, then I'll put it on there soon and we'll do a Q&A and I'll answer all your questions. If you don't have Instagram and you would like to ask me a question, then leave it below here. I'll screenshot it and I will save that for when I do my Q&A. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my video and hopefully I'll see you on my next video.